All right, so hello everyone. Here we are back for another tournament, and I wanted to take a look at this. This is going to be the Master Tournament, and you can see they pretty much cut off this shortcut. Now you can still lay up to that island if you would like. What I typically do is go out to this side, but this is kind of one of those wins that I'd almost be half tempted to just bring this over here to this island. It's not the best wind either way. Let me see. I'm gonna switch this bag up. I want to make sure. So here you can see I'm switching to Thor's hammer. I'd like to, and you can see I also caught a good ball there, kind of getting tight on time. I wanted to make sure. I'm just going to end up probably pitching out anyway, but I wanted to make sure that I put on the correct club. You'll probably want to bring things like Saturn and things like, what's the other one? Thorn. So as you can see, I had Hornet on. One of the things that I always like to do on this hole, and it'll be ideal if you have a POC 6, a POC 7, that's what I was going to try to hit on this shot. Very similarly to what my opponent's doing. You can see he's actually backing off the power. I'd probably go full throttle and just try to get this up here as far as possible. This may clip the rough. Let's just see. No, it looks good. So he did hit a great ball. And as I mentioned, you'll probably want to try to get it up in here. So that's where I'm going to try to kind of force my ball up to. So just, you know, I can't see any reason why you couldn't get it to at least here. So I at least want to just take a look at this part of the fairway, because with a full throttle and, you know, using some kind of wind reducer, you should be able to get the ball up to right about here for sure, going full throttle. And you can see with what we're kind of left, and, you know, one of the things that you can do is you can take it off this fairway, which I'm typically inclined to do. This is the way that I'll typically play it in tour. Because oftentimes you're actually kind of towards max club, and that's kind of all you can do. So that's one of the biggest reasons that you do want to give this a little bit extra, to try to avoid having and being able to go backspin on this, because it actually makes it just a little bit more holdable coming off this backstop here. Because anytime that you can land on the green instead of a side hill, it's typically a good thing. So you can see with what we're up against here, and one of the things that I'll typically do is try to perfect this ball guide. So that's what I'm going to try to do now, which is maybe just a touch more than 1 bar. Other than that, I'll typically go 1.5-ish or so, which is going to be pretty close to 5 rings. And you can see kind of the wind effect that I'm playing that ball guide off to the side. Caught a great ball. I think 6 rings is going to be too much. And sure enough, you know, that adjustment somewhere in the 5 to 6 rings range. But as I mentioned, you know, I figured with the great ball it was going to kind of leak out to the left. So regardless there, you know, good luck with that hole. You can see a very good opportunity. Hopefully you guys are able to get it. Good luck, and I'll see you guys on hole 2.